Hi, welcome to day two of our adventure down Route 66 through minis. So, yesterday was day one, Christmas Day, and we talked about the first color, which was the color of the actual road. And day two, we're going to start at the beginning of most Route 66. Most people think of it as the beginning in Chicago. And we will go through all the 5 states that Route 66 passes through. We aren't going to necessarily go in geographical order because there's a color story that I would like to have them ordered as instead of geographically. But we are starting at the beginning today. So this one was actually suggested by a customer of mine, one person who purchased this kit as well, and she's I've worked with her before. She lives in Chicago, the beginning of Route 66, and I used to live there. I hope I'm saying her name right, Rachel. Hopefully, I'm not murdering her name. But anyway, if you haven't already opened day two, please get it out. Open it up because I'm about to bring it up. Day two is, ta-da! This is called the Lions at the Art Institute of Chicago. Yeah, the Lions at the Chicago Art Institute. And it is, blues and teals and greens. They all kind of look a little different on the screen. I'm looking at this in front of me, and it's more green than it looks a little more blue on my screen. But I can tell you that we're all looking at the same yarn in front of us because it was all dyed together. Whether you had fingering or DK or whatever, it's all dyed together. And this is the color of the patinaed, emphasis on patina, bronze statue of the lions that were done in the late 1800s out in front of the Chicago Art Institute, which is at the beginning of Route 66. And you will also notice some speckle on here, some black speckle, and that is not from the lions. It is because we are on a road trip and we're going to have some road dirt that follows us along on our little trip. So you may see that again a little bit, a little touch of road dirt, because, all road trips involve getting a little bit dirty. All right. And so I'm going to share with you first a couple of pictures, if possible. Here we go. Did you know that they actually put wreaths on the lions for Christmas? And today being Boxing Day, like kind of the second day of Christmas, I thought you might like to see that. Now, this is what the lions look like before they are cleaned, which is a little lighter and weathered by the elements. The color I sent you is after their cleaning. So they just recently got a nice cleaning, and let me share. I'll stop sharing that and share. Here is the picture. More so what I was going for, that dark patinaed green. That's after they're cleaned with lasers and flames and lots of other things. I'll have to put a link into this really cool article that Rachel sent me that describes the cleaning process. They were gone for a few weeks, I think. And I'm going to share the video. See if I can find the video. Yeah, here. Okay. That's the Art Institute's picture of them. Yeah. Let's change to, okay, here we go. Let's watch this little video.
Look at the iconic Art Institute lions as they get their long overdue bath.
Yeah, they went to the spa, didn't they? Tia has the process to remove decades of city dirt.
Well, listen, I didn't know that they go through a process. I didn't know it was such a big deal, but it is. They were long overdue for the royal treatment at the spa. That's where they've been for an entire month. Okay, so we know them as Defiance and On the Prowl, weighing 2 tons each. They had to be hoisted and shuttled over 11 miles away to a cleaning facility in Forest Park for their first bath in 21 years. The company Conservation of Sculpture and Object Studio Inc. is also helping to restore the Notre Dame in Paris. Now, the lions have been away at the spa for a month, getting a deep cleaning there, a steaming, and also a new wax coating. They found their home at the Art Institute, but first debuted for the World's Columbian Exposition. That was back in 1893, and they were plaster back then eventually completed in bronze. The two big cats are all fresh and sparkly green, ready to stand watch again at the Art Institute come next week. A lot of people will be looking forward to seeing them all shiny and green, that is for sure. At the live desk tonight, I'm Tia Ewing.
Can't wait to see it.
When you stay at a Virgo, the host doesn't.
Okay, sorry. I'm always shoving those ads in there. Okay. Okay. Now, so that explains the color, and I hope you guys like that color. And what I'm going to do is now talk about what I'm knitting. I'm going to make the As You Like Cowl by Kelene Kinnersly, which it was a bandana shaped cowl, and this is the shape before you seam it together. And because you're going to seam it together, I didn't want to hide one of the colors in the back. So what I'm going to do is mirror image my colors like I did when I did the Santa Fe kit. Yeah, I started here and went through the progression of colors, then ended on the last day and then mirror image them back again. And so that's what I'm going to do, so that my day 12 will be right here. I'll go 2 through 12 and then back to 2 and then have my road for day 1. And so that's how I'm choosing to do it. I am using a US 5, even though the pattern recommends a 6, and my gauge is still a little bit big, but I'm a bigger person, so I'm okay with that. So if you are knitting this, please consider sizing down on your needle. I'm only going to use about half the kit, total yardage, and I'm going to make some kind of either matching hat or fingerless gloves after I make the cowl, because I want to have like a set. So I think that'll be pretty cool. I'll share with you what I make at the very end, I think. This cowl, at least in fingering, is 245 rows. And if I throw those extra 5 rows to this very beginning here, I'm going to end up using about 20 rows per color. Okay, and if I'm mirror imaging, then I'm going to do each one twice, so 10 rows twice. And this color 1, day 1, I think I'll do actually 3 sections, and color 12 is only going to be done once, so for 10 rows, so that balances it out. But it kind of works out so that I make 10 rows of each color, and then do day 12, 10 rows, and then go back through to day 2, 10 rows each color, and then like 30 rows about of day 1 for the literal road that I'm going to have at the end. If you have more questions and you're actually trying to repeat what I'm doing, feel free to ask. Send me some emails and stuff, and I'll respond right away. So that should be fun. Okay, if you don't like weaving in ends, hey, you can fringe down here where the rows start and stop pretty easily. Because it's 245 rows, I'm actually throwing these extra 5 rows into the very beginning here, and I will share with you a picture of what that looks like here. Share my screen. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It actually ends up being 15 rows instead of the 10. But that's my little cornered beginning. I am going to use the rest of this color again as I get closer to the end. So it won't get hidden back in the neck where I have this. But I'll share a picture with you of how that goes. And if you have questions, or you just want to keep watching these and see how the color story unveils before you decide what to do, feel free to do that. I hope you guys are enjoying this and having a fabulous Boxing Day, day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas. Bye-bye for now.